Alright. I think we are working. Alright. I'm trying to figure out how to use my... Why is it not in the center of the screen? Let's see here. Maybe that's better. Alright. Stream 1080. I think we are okay. We do this. How is everyone doing? Let me post the link in a few more chats here, and we will start. I did okay. I think I bowled a 189, a 190, and a I had a dud. It was like a 140, 149. Just wait a few more minutes here, and we'll get started, because I'm sure people are looking at this chart right now and be like, what the mother F? So I'm gonna delete all this, and we'll do it from scratch so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Packers looked amazing today. I loved that. Why don't we just get rid of every line? We'll start Tesla from scratch. I think people are pretty interested in this. Maybe we'll go over some other tickers too. Not a Bears fan, but if you are, that's okay. I've been wrong before as well. Everyone loves free, right? Hey, look at my old lines are still there before the stock split. I think that's crazy. I should delete these. There's no reason for them to be there anymore. Yeah, the bot's gonna be fire. I don't know if Danny talked about it or not. I was at bowling, so I wasn't able to watch his live. It's different than the one that he was talking about, though, just so you guys know. But it's definitely amazing. The other one that we're working on, still happening. So that one will probably end up being a little cheaper than the one that I'm gonna present to you guys this week. I'll be honest, Elmar, I'm not sure. I was pretty bullish on Walmart. I definitely don't like Microsoft. Yeah, we'll chart some Oracle. I think that's a good idea. I think with the TikTok news, we should definitely chart that out. I made it, Ronnie. I made it. I make all the emojis. Every emoji in the server, I make. So, looks like we got about 60 people here. Let me just... Yeah, I'm still bullish on Walmart. I think we were pretty sure that TikTok wasn't gonna go with Microsoft and Walmart. We saw the sell-off here. I mean, even if we just look at Walmart real quick, I mean, Walmart looks nice. I've charted Walmart the other day, and I think we see a bounce here, and then it'll go up, and we could do maybe some Elliott Wave on here. Now, I want to point out that I am not a ultra expert on Elliott Wave. I am a beginner to intermediate, but I do understand it enough to talk about it. So, basically what you want to do for an Elliott Wave to make sure is you want to see if each wave is higher than the last. The bottom has to be higher than the last bottom, and then you can start to chart it out. So let's go in our little fork here, and we're going to go to fib retracement tool. We can go, you can even do a extension tool here. Look at that. So you have your Fibonacci tool here to see if you have a accurate retracements and projections here. So you can see you go from the bottom here to the top, and then you could just drag it out however far you want. So we could see here we had a 62% retracement here, and then we kind of completed this bull pennant here, and ended up retracing down to the 50. I think that's the 52% retracement. And it bounced off of that. This is why Fibonacci is kind of cool. You can do this on, if you see this setup going where it starts going up down, with higher highs and lower lows, it's probably in an Elliott wave. So you could have charted this right here. Literally, like, once this gets to the top and reverses, you could have charted this out and seen if it holds up. And it definitely it bounces off these Fibonacci retracements. It's actually kind of crazy. And then you can see it gets up to the 78.6 and bounces up there, and then it goes all the way up to the 1.62 right here. And this is would have been your profit taking right here. And then when it bounced up here, you know, this is just a further extension. But we probably have some. This is a super wave, and then you have your normal waves in the super waves. Silver's gonna do good this week. I'm gonna do this on silver too and show you something. I think why you got such short-term silver calls? I want to punch all of you in the face. Unless it's a lotto, don't put a lot of money in short-term silver. But I think you're gonna be okay because you're gonna get lucky. So, what just happened here? Ah, did not mean to move that. All right. So, let's see if we have a super wave here. So then what you would do is you could measure this and see the waves, and you could chart that out. Do impulse wave here. And you go up. What? That's not what I wanted. I don't know what that was. Hold on one second. There we go. There's your potential target for your your fifth wave. So I've been mentioning in the chat, we're anywhere between the in the 600 range by, where is my vertical line? Let's try this on the hourly. We can chart out battery day 2. Let's mark battery day here. So there is a silver lotto. It's the January 40 call. You buy the January 40 call and you sell the January 45 call. It's like 2,500% gains. It's super cheap. So let's throw a couple more fib tools on here. So now we have this. We know that it's a start of an Elliott Wave. Don't necessarily need the fib tool there anymore. So now we can start doing the smaller cycles. So this looks like it went up, down, up. So this was a wave right here. This was a corrective wave and a corrective wave. So you had a corrective wave. So you have a full wave there. Let's do a fib tool here. There we go. Oh, that's why. So we have a retracement tool here. You can check this out. If you were to flip this, you can extend this line. So let's say we extended this line right here. You can see you had a 62% retracement on the uptrend again, and then it bounced off this down here, this retracement line down here. So you can see not only is it following it down, now it's following it back up. So if you were to take this down line, you could expect it to follow it up at the same rate. Elliott Wave is just it's trying to capture human nature in the impulses in human nature in the buying and selling cycles that people go through. So it's like people get excited, they buy in, they kind of get, so people get excited, they're buying in, and then they kind of get wishy-washy and take profit, and then because it doesn't go down, they get excited again and buy in, and then people buy in, and the same thing just over and over, and then eventually people are like, okay, the third wave is always the biggest because people are kind of skeptical here, and they're kind of skeptical here, and then they're like, all right, I gotta get in. You get to FOMO right here, and then the third wave is huge, and that's where we're gonna be right now. So we're in the third super wave right here, and I believe that's gonna be the biggest wave up to about 650. So if you guys wanna know the rules, the extensions are always gonna. It's not guaranteed you get the exact same, but the idea is you're gonna get something very similar. So we can do another fib extension here. So now that we've did the retracement, here is our extension here. So we'll move this above here. Where's the 0? Delete this one. There we go. So a perfect 1.62 would be around the 600 mark. That was what I was talking about in the chat, and it's possible you could get a 2.6, 3.6, or even a 4.2. Now this would be a super one right here. These in this area are the 1.62 is the most likely to happen. Just so you know. Elliott waves are not 99% accuracy. You have to make sure it follows all the rules, and as the rule, it's just a projection. It's a way of forecasting. So it's not always 100% accurate because news can affect any stock at any time. It's just for guidance. Yeah, thank you, Too Long. I definitely agree. It's just something fun that we can do to try to project price targets, and it's had a lot of success in the past, but is nothing you ever will do in the market is 100% accurate. I'm curious. I want to look at Oracle. I've been on Oracle for a while. I haven't charted it, but I've been watching it. So let's do some buy and sell lines on here. Do some trend lines. How's everyone's nights going? Hopefully you're having a good night. This kind of got a cup handle. You got a cup and handle right here, and completion of it. So that move is done. And now we're trying to project where it's going to be Monday. So it's entirely possible that we get to 62, 63 this week if it hits the upper of this. I think everyone's excited for the market to open. It's funny that we used to not look forward to Mondays, and now we look forward to Mondays. I find that funny. Like, I just want it to be Monday, and I did not used to be like that. Alright, looks like we got really good support right here. I don't see... I'm not loving anything Elliott Wave here. Nothing stands out to me right now. I mean, you kind of got this, so this could potentially go up to 65, 66 here. Oracle's buying TikTok. That is the TikTok news. Oracle's buying the US TikTok. Interesting. I like cloning lines and seeing how they shape up into a channel. You can see this was this is a clone line from right here that matches up perfectly over here. So you can see that it had support turn resistance, and that's why we had that big sell-off there. And then it tried to jump up again above that, but again got rejected. Yeah, Oracle's gonna get pumped so hard. It's gonna be like Tesla. I really think it's gonna open up towards the 60 area tomorrow. I would not be surprised at all. I think what's gonna happen is it'll open up here, sell off, and then we'll have a little sideways action. We might blow the roof off tomorrow. Keep in mind, Oracle is a $175 billion company, so it's already at a really nice evaluation. A lottery play. Let's see. Well, let's see where it opens tomorrow. I don't want to get in any lottery plays on Oracle. I'm just checking out the fib on this and seeing how it works out. It's possible this is just the start of a movement. It's hard to predict the start of a movement. It's easier to predict it when it's halfway through it, in my opinion. Let me redo that. You can use Fibonacci without using Elliott Wave, by the way. There's nothing wrong with it. It still has good relevance. So we can see here, you see a jump from here up to the right above the 78. So that's where you have the end of the body. That would have been a good. You can Fibonacci is really good for predicting when to take profit. So yeah, Gilead is buying immunomedics. I saw that yesterday, and then you can see it drop down to the 59, and then all the way back it retraced. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I think 61, 62 is possible, and then maybe all the way up if it does the extension up to the 65 area this week. Seen a couple requests for Amazon. I think I charted this out and I didn't like it. Yeah, I hated it. That's right. I mean, here, this is what all tech looks like right now. It looks like this. You see an uptrend that now was support, and it's now resistance. So that's one thing that is not a good sign. And if this is your first time joining me here, I always make my support lines red and my resistance lines green. We can try one more thing here. So we're looking for, if you're wondering, where's the next support? That's good news. It's both, I make it purple. So it is bouncing off this old resistance line, which is good news. So if it continues up here tomorrow, but I mean, if it's a corrective wave, it would look like this. So if it's a correction wave, this could be the end of it, and it could start to go up. But I would not go in on Amazon until you see it break this downtrend right here. That would be my buy line right there. So always wait for good setups. This is, you could try to catch the falling knife here, but why not wait for it to go up a little bit and then buy in here, because then it's a higher probability play. I believe we are working on a couple Elliott Wave videos. I'm thinking about making one myself and throwing it on my YouTube. I'm just doing a short live session tonight, by the way. So let's look at silver. I threw this. I am still not confident in my Elliott Waves. I like Elliott Waves. I try to use them as much as possible, and so that I get more confident in them. I think I'm still learning though. So I don't know if I can show you if you can see this or not. Let me see if this pops up. Might have to do this. me see if this pops up here. So you can just go to elliottwave-forecast.com and learn a bunch. Yeah, there it goes. All right. So futures. Sure, we can look at futures actually. The way you're talking about it makes me feel like I need to look at it. Oh, come on. That's like barely up. 1%. You're overreacting. So here's what I wanted to show you on silver. If you were to take this chart right here, the bull market ascending top flat or descending right here, this is what we're looking at right here. Actually, it's more right here. Contracting symmetrical. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Right there. 5. We would expect the next breakout to be up here. So VIX is 10% down. All right, that does it's looking good for this week. I'm not gonna lie. So what we're looking at right here is a contracting symmetrical Elliott wave. So you could see here it went down, up, and then it had a full Elliott wave up, a full Elliott wave down, full Elliott wave up, full Elliott wave down, and now it's starting an Elliott wave back up, and I expect this to be a super wave up. So that is exciting. So if we want to take the Fibonacci tool, I bet you it's going to look really cool on here. I've never done this on silver yet until just now, by the way. Alright, so let's see here. We have 62% up, got up to the 78 and reversed, got down to 23 right here, didn't quite make it there. Actually, so it's the retracement here. Just looking at this here. I need to get rid of all these other lines, jeez. So then it looks like this 38 right here is the new support. So, and then the 62 right here. And so we can see it probably testing this this 86 right here in the upcoming week if we get the good interest news. And then if we get a breakout, we could see it hitting the 1.62 this month. And that's where I designed the monthly lotto on, was at the 30 mark. So if you buy the 29.30, it's like $3 or $4 with a $100 upside. It's actually kind of stupid. So everyone is so... The triple witching, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. It's totally overblown. Don't even worry about it. Just don't play the last hour on Friday and you don't even have to worry about it. It can be bearish or bullish. It just the market tends to move a little faster on Friday on triple witching than it normally does, so you can make money or lose money faster. Apple, you're probably looking at it coming down to the 107 area. Zoom. Ooh, Zoom is, Zoom kind of looks like it's making a bull pennant here, doesn't it? I can't imagine Zoom going up more, though. That's just crazy. That's a nice, he must have had, 0-day expiration if he turned 5K into 500K. That's crazy. Yeah, look at that. That is a bona fide Bull pennant. I like that a lot. So watch zoom. If it breaks out right here, you could definitely see it going back up to the 478, 480 area. That's a big big upside on zoom. That's crazy. It's even in an Elliott Wave too. So if you look at Elliott Wave theory, I love this site. Zooming up here. You guys need to research this stuff. It's good stuff. I'm trying to find the chart here. So basically we're looking at an impulse with extension here. So you can see, if we look at zoom, it's starting up and then it retraces and then it could go up more. So if we, whoa. Yeah, it's just nuts how sometimes you look at these Fibonacci's and how well they work out. It's not the one I want though. I want the extension one. So you can see here a full move, and it had a looks like it had almost 23% retracement, and then it capped out at the 62, and now it looks like it's about to reverse again. So you could see potentially the start of an Elliott wave here. So you look for it to test back up here, and then it would probably retrace down to the 78 right here, and then jump up to the 586 if it keeps going. There you go. There's the website that you can use to teach yourself. You're welcome. It's fun hanging out with you guys on the weekend, even though none of you could talk back to me. Yeah, I did zoom, I did it square the other day, I guess, so I already have it charted. So looks like you have a bottom here and a downtrend, and you're just waiting for it to break one of these lines. No worries, no worries. Give me got a couple more minutes here. What do you guys want to see? I personally don't yet. I would love to make one for you guys though. I think that's an excellent excellent video I should make. AMD, all this tech right here, tech could totally break out. I mean, a lot of the tech have supports. They're kind of at both, so we're just waiting for them to pick a direction tomorrow, and it's totally possible that the correction is over. So I mean, this is a corrective wave, so it could go back up. I did Walmart and Tesla. You guys are arriving late. Alright, we'll do a quick recap on those, and then we'll look at Bank of America and CVS. So Walmart, I think, is going to go down tomorrow to the 134 area, maybe 132, and then it will go back up. Tesla, I mentioned we're looking at target of, we want it to hit 500 by battery day, which would be a full reversal back to its highs, which I think it can. And then by mid-October, if battery day leaks are correct, we'd be looking at about 640 for a full fib extension. ATM in July are better at this than me. I like to keep it simple, but there's been a lot of requests for this lately, so I'm trying to help as much as I can. So Vail had an AI alert today, and it also had a breakout reversal today or last week. So you can see here it broke this downtrend. Oops, it's supposed to be green. So over the green line would have been a purchase signal for calls. And you can clone lines to see channels. Interesting. This looks to be like a triple channel almost down. And here's the other cool part. If we zoom in off the 1 hour to the 15-minute, not only did we have a breakout, but now we have a bull flag, not a pennant, bull flag forming. So that means it is a parallel movement, not a contracting movement. So this is your flag channel here. We're just waiting for it to bounce above. So if you got in Vail on Friday, you're fine. If you're waiting to get in because of the AI alert and bull pool, there's a lot of dark pool buying. You could see you want it to break above the 1173, and then we could see it really pop off maybe to the 12 to 14 area. NEO, yes. I am very bullish on NEO, and I'm going to show you why. I love the NEO chart. It looks like this is right here. So what we're going to see is probably this again, and then another breakout towards the 25 area. NEO looks fantastic. If you look at the Elliott Wave contraction down here, you could see it's in a contracting right here. So you can see down, up, down, up. Well, this is a full contraction Elliott wave, and then a Elliott wave up. 1, 2, 3 peaks. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 down, and we are about to explode again. Elliott and Tesla will carry NEO higher. I am very confident in that. Yeah, that looks right. There we go. So what we're waiting for is NEO to break out above this line right here. And then I guess theoretically this is kind of a small bear flag right here. So we just want to make sure, I mean, it should be up tomorrow, but we want to make sure that it breaks out of this channel, because it's kind of, I mean, because this is a downtrend right here, and then you have back and forth, this is theoretically a small bear flag, but because of the upper picture is upward movement will always supersede micro movement. So macro movement always has more power than micro movement. And let me show you this. We have what looks like a cup and handle. Look at this, cup and handle. It looks amazing. So I'm a big fan of NEO right now. That looks crazy. This is nuts. At least some of these lines. Not only that, is the channel holds up here, so it is in a upwards channel as well. Let's do Bank of America. All right, Bank of America. It's still in this upwards trend. Let's look at the hourly. So you have a three-tier down, so it could definitely break out here. I'd like to Bank of America, I thought was going to break out right here. I was super excited, but it keeps getting rejected on this uptrend right here. And so I'm waiting on Bank of America. If you're in leaps, I think Bank of America needs stimulus news, if I'm being honest. I think it needs stimulus news. I wish this. I love CVS, and it hates me back. Every time I talk about it, it just does shit. I mean, it's stuck in a downtrend right now. It's in a clear channel down. If it can break this downtrend, I'd be much more bullish on it. But it's in a tight downtrend. It's at the bottom right here, so if it bounces off here and breaks this, then it's got major upside. Samin or Samin, that sounds right. Khan. It's very close to my cat's name, by the way, which is Shere Khan. I'll show you Tesla real quick. Last time. So, we're looking for Tesla to break this downtrend, which I believe it did. So it broke this downtrend right here, and now the old resistance is support, and so now we're looking at an uptrend right here. I didn't actually do these on here, so this is something new for everyone. This is probably good for you guys to see. So then we just clone this. If we clone this line, it should equal, if we have a new uptrend, it should look like this. So what you're gonna want is for Tesla tomorrow to hit the 425 area and then come back down. So here's what this would be kind of what an Elliott Wave up would look like. So you want it to hit up here, down here, up here. You want it to either hit off here or here. So probably here. And then either want it to break out above the downtrend channel to here. And then it could test here potentially. And then jet rocket back up to here. I bought into Tesla last week. I'm just keeping it. I feel pretty confident. I bought, I think, like Wednesday or Thursday. And Samin, yeah. I feel like Samin was a character on a show. Is that Samid? Samin? It's that one AI show where they're like cops and they use AI. I would wait on Neil for it. Always wait. You don't want to try to jump the trend and just predict it. You want to wait for it to confirm. So when it breaks this line right here, that's when you buy, because there's still lots of upside there. So if it breaks probably about 18.5, 1875 tomorrow. Enzo, yes, it's 100% a lottery play. 100%. Future's still doing, oop. So, what's silver doing? Ooh, silver doing good. Let's chart live silver. Let's chart silver futures. Silver's still kind of doing its thing here. It needs to break out of this channel. It needs to break out. It's got a bull flag right here, so we're looking to broke down. No, we're looking for it to break above this right here. Just go to your settings if you want dark mode. I mean, it's should be in your settings. Template. I did it a while ago. I can't remember where it was. Pretty sure it's in, maybe it's in this setting. Settings. Appearance. I think I did it on my phone. Maybe that's why. Yeah, there's definitely a way to go dark mode. Look at gold here real quick. I love gold's chart. It just looks, it's so textbook bull pennant. I mean, it just, and here's the thing, you got hold on 1 second. You got the economic calendar here. If we look, we can see this week, I think it's Wednesday. So we got retail sales on Wednesday, and the biggest thing we got Wednesday is we got FOMAC, and we got interest rate decision, and we got interest rate projections. So these will have huge repercussions on silver and gold. I think I charted it before. The last, yeah, here was the last FOMAC meeting. Was right there. So, literally, we had a giant spike, and then he talked about interest rates, and we had a giant sell-off. So I will be very interested in what he says this time. I'm hoping he's more bullish on inflation than he was last time, because if we get a breakdown below this line right here, why don't we change these colors so they're better to see. If we get a break below the red line, we're in for a retracement probably back down to here. So we would see gold and silver retrace back to their probably the 1800 area for gold, and for silver I could see it retrace to probably the 20 area. So if we break the pennant, why is it? If we break the pennant, it could retrace down to 23, 24, potentially back down to 20. I think these areas would, I think the 24 would be more likely. I'm not in Barrick gold, I'm just in silver. There it is, dark color theme. Thank you, Manny. Right here, dark color theme. Uh-oh. I think I broke trading view. Let's just reload it. I think it's a sign. It doesn't. I think trading view broke. It's getting a little late anyways. So thank you everyone for joining me. Sorry trading view stopped working. Maybe I can click it off of my watch list and see if that works for Netflix. Alright, we can do Netflix, okay. We'll do Netflix and then I'm probably gonna jump off unless there's one that everyone spams that they want real quick. Close all these lines. I don't know why the search function in Netflix wasn't working. You could just see it kind of looks like a small cup, but the thing is the handle should have bounced right here and it didn't, so I don't love that. It is potentially still active, but what you're looking for on Netflix is you want to see a bounce. It's probably going to go down to here eventually, so we might get a bounce tomorrow and then it might bounce down here and then you want it to bounce back up. See though, I mean, it might be good for a day trade. So, pretty interesting here. You do have a collapsing wedge as well, so that's also something to keep in mind. Is the collapsing wedge is a very bullish sign. So I could definitely see this be going back up to the 550 area. Cancel Netflix. Yeah, Nvidia bought a company too. Yeah, I love Nvidia's chart though. It's so pretty. It keeps bouncing off the bottom support line, and so if it bounces off this tomorrow, I could see Nvidia going up to maybe the 509 area tomorrow. Totally 508, 509. So, I mean that's a $23 upside that we could see tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't looked at Intel this weekend. I've been super busy this weekend. The only time I've ever had to look at charts is I literally just do it on live with everyone. Alright. I don't know why Intel's not on my watch list here. There we go. I figured it out. What happened to all my lines? Oh, this is not Intel. I was like, I swear to God I have Intel charted. You know what I haven't done? Now I'm super curious. That is interesting. That is interesting. So, if you take the Fibonacci tool on Intel, it retraced to the 38% retracement perfectly. It's actually scary. That's nuts. So, I'm going to leave that on here and see what happens. It's in a... It's just, I don't know. It took it down. It does have the fact that it's bouncing off old resistance is now support. It's also in a bear flag here because you have it, the pole right here and then the flag. So I expect it to hit 50 tomorrow and then bounce off 50. And then, yeah, I think tomorrow we're green. and then I don't know if it has to break over 50.20 tomorrow. Um, 50.19. So if it breaks over 50.20 tomorrow, then we broke out of the bearish movement. Otherwise, Tuesday could be a very big red day. So Monday looks great for a lot of things. And this isn't Elliott waves. I mean, this is actually just Fibonacci. Elliott Wave does use Fibonacci to help predict the waves, though. So they are separate, although they're combined. When you use Elliott Wave, you can use Fibonacci without Elliott Wave, if that makes sense. Steven, that means tomorrow MU is going to open at $88, and the share price will go up $46. So I love Intel. I think Intel leaps are an amazing 2022 January 2022 Intel calls in the 50 to 60 range. I think are all money. The lower you can afford, the better. But I think Intel has high upside. I really like their Tiger Lake chip processors. They just need to fix their smaller chips. That's all they need to do, and they'll be fine. Actually, Bitcoin could be fun. I don't trade Bitcoin, but we can look at Bitcoin. It might be fun. It'll be my last one then. Just for something different, we'll look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin US dollar maybe. I think this is live. Yeah, this is live. No, I don't do coke, Christina. That's drugs are bad. So if you ever want to know how to chart something from the beginning, this is what you do. Always find the trends. Yeah, it's a bad. I am a dad, so I get to do dad jokes. Okay, watch this. Okay, so this looks like we're about to get a huge explosion, and if this holds, so you have an Elliott wave here where it goes up, down, and then the final wave always the best. You could see, I could see Bitcoin maybe reaching 20K. Man, that's crazy. As a non-Bitcoin investor, although I have thought about turning my supercomputer into a Bitcoin miner. The computer that I'm streaming on right now is one of the best you can get, and I thought about turning it into a Bitcoin miner. I just don't know enough about Bitcoin mining. I was told it can be profitable, but I know the energy consumptions can be a lot. Oops. So let's see what else we got here. This is the weekly, by the way. This is I don't love that. It's not it's probably more accurate because of the weekly. You recommended RG? I was told there's some pretty easy programs out there. I was looking into Honey Miner. If any of you used Honey Miner. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we try some Elliott Wave here? See what happens. Huh. Looks like he had a 62% retracement here. I don't. This is a super Elliott wave that I got going on right now. Yeah, let me chart some stuff out here. Let's take a look here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to click on this. Let's clone this uptrend line. Let's see what we got here. Wondering if that's the uptrend or if that's the uptrend. This is probably most accurate right there. Alright, so we looked at the super cycle. Let's zoom in and get a little bit more technical. Yeah, that's probably more accurate. Actually, yeah, that looks way more accurate. So could look something like this with if it is an Elliott wave. Could look like this. Fifth wave, you could be seeing it hit about 1600 right here by the end of the year. So 1600 or 16,000 by the end of the year, and then you would probably have another corrective wave down to here, and then you'd probably be looking at it 20k maybe by mid next year if you're if you're bullish on it. But doesn't Bitcoin need to split again soon? I don't know. See, that's the thing, is I haven't researched it enough to know how it does with the splits and everything. So, well, thank you everyone. I think that's gonna do it for me tonight. Been on for about an hour. I'm trying to do these more and more for everyone as opposed to making the little videos, but I do plan on making some more educational videos. I'd love to go into Fibonacci and do some more Elliott waves for you. I think those will be a little bit longer though, because it's a lot more in depth than just trying to explain a covered call or something. I always leave my DMs open, so if you do have some questions, I'll try to answer them when I get time. I hope you all have a great weekend, and let's hopefully make some money this week.